Friends, have you ever seen those women and they look so beautiful in their dresses? They look so pretty and you go, okay, that's it. I want to have this more kind of feminine, polished, put together look. I like the modesty. I'm going to start wearing dresses. And then you get a dress and you put it on, you go, this is so uncomfortable. I could never wear a dress. I was right there, jeans and t-shirt gal all my life. But I'm going to answer one of my most frequently asked questions in how to actually wear dresses on a normal basis and feel absolutely comfortable. I'm gonna share it all with you right here today. Hey there friends, I'm Heidi, the Heavenly Minded Homemaker, and I love sharing with you here on our YouTube channel about all things biblical womanhood, homemaking, marriage, children, just femininity, living a life for the Lord, a life that's lovely and full, and really just take in the richness of this life while putting our investment in the things that are eternal. And I'm gonna tell you a little story, but I'm also going to answer the question of how to actually be comfortable and even confident wearing dresses for those of us that maybe lean on the jeans and t-shirt side and have never really been dress people. So my 2 cents, my calling for why dresses are amazing, you're gonna hear all of that here today. Now, my journey to being a woman who wears dresses really took me a very long time. And I've shared videos before how I even did a challenge where I had 7 dresses for 7 days, and those 7 dresses were all I wore for seasons. And it really taught me a lot. And that's what I want to share with you all here today. Now, dresses do make up the majority of my wardrobe. I am most always in a dress. I don't own a lot, but when I'm wearing something, that's what you're usually gonna find me in. And it all really began because my husband and I have been together for over 20 years now. And he always was like, oh, you should wear dresses. I love dresses. They're so beautiful. And women just look so feminine. And you know, he always had all these great things to say. And I was like, no way, I hate dresses. I don't feel comfortable in them. Jeans and a t-shirt, I'm good to go. I am not a dress person. Fast forward a bunch of years and I went ahead, I don't really know why, but I said, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try wearing dresses. So I went and I picked something out, and I had a couple dresses that I would wear. I was a wedding planner, and so like I had like my black dress that I would wear like to events, but it was kind of just that and it was it, and I didn't really wear dresses any other time. And I remember I put on this dress and I felt so uncomfortable. Everywhere I went, I felt like I was just overdressed. I felt like everybody was staring at me. I just felt so uncomfortable with everything about me, and I wanted to give it all up and never wear a dress ever again and go back to my jeans and t-shirt. But doing that challenge and sticking with it actually taught me a lot. And that's what I want to share with you all here today, because I think a lot of us are kind of the me in that part where you're like, I don't know, I feel so overdressed, everybody's looking at me, I don't know how to do this, and it feels uncomfortable. These are the things that I learned and what got me to this point now that I love wearing dresses. I keep a very minimal wardrobe. I don't have a lot, but of the majority of things that I have, the mass majority is going to be dresses, and this is why. Now, the first things I really learned when I just went for it and said, okay, let me try out this whole dress thing. Dresses are quite phenomenal, okay? Let me just tell you. Woman to woman here, you look instantly put together. You really do. I think probably a lot of the times where I was feeling like I was overdressed for anything I ever went to was because I was. You look at how most people dress today, just go out anywhere in public and you see the things people wear and you're like, wow, guys, like we look back to, you know, I think of like the 40s and the 50s and what women looked like in their cute little dresses and their hair done and all of their things. And you just looked put together, right? It's not about, you know, feeling like life's a beauty pageant, but it's just being put together and being presentable. And we look at the world today and that's not really what we're getting. And so I do like the idea that I can put this on and I just look put together. And it's really, really simple. And that's my second point is wearing a dress is more comfortable than wearing sweatpants. It really genuinely is. I remember the first time I put on jeans, or maybe it was like dress pants, but it might have been jeans. The first time I put pants on after wearing a dress for an extended amount of time, I instantly could feel all the areas in my mom of 4 body that no longer are what they used to be, and I was so instantly uncomfortable. Now, I have leggings and things that I'll put under a dress in the winter, but even wearing those, no thank you. I am so much more comfortable in a dress. It's like wearing the best set of loungewear, but yet you look super put together, all from wearing a dress. So I was amazed at the difference that that made. My third point was really the modesty aspect of it. Now, can you wear a dress that is absolutely immodest? Yes, you can, okay? So I'm not saying all dresses are made the same. There's a lot of dresses that are not modest. We got that. But when I started finding things, cuts and lengths and different ways things fit on my body, and really it's just trial and error. That's why I'm a big shopper at a thrift store, so I can try different things and see what I like without spending very much. But I started to notice how much more modest it was. When I do wear jeans, I'm suddenly like, oh wow, like my whole rear end is like out on display. And so trying to find longer tops and things like that to feel comfortable in those times when I do on occasion wear something else. But dresses are such an easy way to, yes, you look put together, they're incredibly comfortable, but they're very modest, depending, of course, on the cut and length and things like that that you get. But I felt like it was so much easier to find something that really was beautiful and feminine, but modest when I started looking for dresses or even, skirt and shirt combos. And so if you're wanting to try out dresses, you're wanting to give it a shot, whether you're gonna take me up on an offer I have here for you in a minute, or it's just something you wanna try now and again, I think the first thing to do is to find something that you feel maybe not comfortable in because it is different, but you feel like it fits your body comfortably. And so for me, I'm all about thrift store shopping. Everything I own, this included, comes from a thrift store. I very rarely have things that aren't thrift store, hand-me-downs, or just something that was gifted to me. I just think that you can get so many wonderful things from thrift stores, and I like keeping a very minimal wardrobe anyways. I keep a few dresses on hand and I'll swap them out periodically, usually for the warmer months and the colder months. A couple times a year I'll swap stuff out as I need it. But find a dress that when you put it on, you feel like it's fitting your body comfortably. For me, I like crew neck stuff always. I've got stuff in my front that I'm constantly pulling and tugging at stuff. So I just like my collars being nice and high, so that way all my business is put where it needs to be and I don't have to worry about it. I'm also very tall. I'm 5'7". I have very long legs. And so for me, I want absolutely everything past the knee. I go for midi length or floor length in everything because I am tall. And so if it is not a longer dress, it is going to look very short on me because I have very long legs. So I look for something that is longer, and I look for something that has a nice high neckline. When I fit those two categories, then I know I'll take a better look at this. And then I kind of look at things and see, I don't like something that's, really skin tight. I like a little bit of flow in my dress. I usually like something that has a little bit of a sleeve, or I wear my little like kimonos over my dresses. But you'll kind of start to figure out as you start trying on different things, the things that you feel comfortable in your skin, right? They fit your body well. And I think that's really just a trial and error thing. So once you've picked out a dress or two, whatever it might be that you're like, all right, you've gone to the thrift store, or honestly, I think Walmart actually has had some of my favorite dresses. The only dresses that I have bought full price in the past maybe 5 years have actually been Walmart dresses, and they've held up fantastic. I know it's surprising. I'll link some of my favorites down below. But the only time I've ever actually bought the only things I have that are full price items in my closet come from Walmart. And if you wait till the end of the season, you get them on clearance, even better deal. But they've held up great, just saying. Once you get some dresses that you're like, okay, I can give this a shot, really, you have to go for it. You have to put it on and go for it. So once you've gotten some dresses and something that you're like, okay, I'm ready to do this, this is a little bonus step, but just hear me out. There is something beautiful about femininity. So many of us, we look back at these like vintage times and it just feels so romantic and so beautiful. But when you really start to pay attention, it's the little tiny details that make something very lovely. And so, for instance, if you're going to kind of make this change, you're ready to maybe be dressing more modestly or more feminine or whatever it might be that you're kind of wanting to work into just your life's change. Doing little things like clearing out your closet or your dresser. For us, I cleared out our closets and I got these Walmart bookshelves that I put in there with a just hanger rods from, I think I got them from Lowe's, but I put those in there and made like DIY built-in closets for us here. It's renter friendly, super easy, but I put them in there and that gave us these great little cubbies where I could hang, some blouses that I had. I have some shelving for my shoes. My husband has everything he needs. I even did this for the kids. And then I have a rack in the middle for my dresses. And it just felt so lovely and wonderful to have this, like, I want to be more intentional with what I'm wearing and how I'm, putting myself out there, and knowing that my heart is being addressed, and I want to be modest and feminine and kind of put together in all of this in a very kind of simple approach. Having this lovelier, cleaner slate to work with was wonderful. I love doing things like getting thin velvet hangers. Now, you can get these from Walmart, you can get them from TJ Maxx, Ross, anywhere. I mean, everywhere has them. I think even Dollar Tree has stuff like this now. But having these instead of just the plain old plastic hangers, it looks beautiful. It actually allows you to fit things in nicer, and it clings onto the material of the dresses really well to keep everything in place. So highly recommend them. Again, I'll link some of these things down below. If it can be a blessing to you, you want to see what I'm talking about, you can go check that out. But I put all of those in there, and then like the icing on the cake that just made it feel so lovely and feminine. And like I walk in and I open my closet and it's just like, like here I am ready to go start my day, was something that makes the biggest difference. I remember when I went to Carlsbad Caverns as a kid, they gave us a whole tour about this, and I've never forgotten it. Lighting makes everything. It genuinely does. And I think about that around our house and different things that we're doing. And my favorite thing that I cannot get enough of are these little rechargeable motion sensor lights. I know that they're like, you can get them everywhere now, and I'll link my favorites down below. Super inexpensive. And I love these ones because they're magnetic. So like in my closet, again, I kind of did that setup for myself, got the nice hangers, everything's clean, tidy, minimal, organized. I can see everything that I need. And then I have these rechargeable lights, and you just stick them on and they're magnetic. So when I need to charge them, you just slide them right off, go charge them. I have them just on my cell phone charger. It's super, super simple. And then I put them back in there and they last forever. I have these sensor lights all over our house. I have them in pantries, I have them in bathrooms, I have them in my office, like anywhere we have. But you put these rechargeable lights on things and it instantly just like elevates the space. It looks so elegant, so beautiful. And so again, it's a really simple, inexpensive thing, but I'm trying to do something different, right? Pick out some dresses, some things I'm willing to try. I've cleaned out my closet, tidied it up, whether you get the, cheapo bookcases and do the thing like I did or not, but then adding a little light in there, just making it this beautiful little thing, spraying a little bit of fabric freshener, a little bit of perfume in there so everything smells good. Those little touches make it just feel so feminine and so luxurious. And that leads us to our final point, which is to go for it. Really, that's it. Like, I know this whole video and all of these things about dresses, and the bottom line is you have to go for it. If you've not been someone who's worn dresses your whole life, it's gonna feel different. Just like if you were someone who always wore dresses and then you wore jeans, it would feel different. You would feel uncomfortable. Whenever we're doing something that isn't our norm, it's not what everybody else is doing, right? It's just something that is different, it's gonna feel it. And so the biggest point really is to just go for it. And I think that it was such a learning experience and really did do more internally for me even than externally. But just going for it and knowing why I wanted to do this, why I felt this was important, why seeking modesty really was so it was just such a priority and so impactful for me. The more I went through all of that, because I was continuing to wear dresses every single day in what I did, the more it really impacted all of those areas and really helped me to grow in them. And then before you know it, it just feels comfortable. I love every day that, again, open up my closets, my little lights pop on, it smells good because I always spray my fabric freshener in there, and I just grab a dress, right? It doesn't even matter. I just pick one out and put it on, and I feel put together. I feel ready to go. And it is so funny, the things I'll get the sweetest comments from people, and they're like, oh, you look so, I'm like, oh, that's so kind of you. All glory to God. I just enjoy being able to come out and just feel great each day and make the most out of every opportunity God gives me. And that's what it's all about. And things like taking care of our health and even our physical selves, feeling like we're put together and ready to go get out there and serve, really makes a big impact. And so I want to encourage you. Who else wants to join me and take the next 7 days and try out wearing dresses? Even if you find this later on, leave me a comment down below and say, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna do, the weekend or all week or whatever it is that you want to commit to try it out and see What did you learn? What did you notice about yourself and just how you felt in all of it as you took this kind of dress challenge to look at dressing more modestly, more feminine, really just taking that way of it doesn't have to be over complicated, it doesn't have to be super formal, but just feeling more put together, more lovely as you go about your day and whatever it is that the Lord is putting before you. Leave me a comment down below. You all know I got my dresses here and cooler weather is coming up. So if anybody wants to see a dress haul, leave me a comment, let me know, and I'm happy to share. If it can be a blessing for you, you know I'm going to pass that on. I'll leave those links down in the description if you want to check out anything that I'm using. If you ever have a question, just leave me a comment and let me know. But otherwise, be sure when you subscribe, turn on your little bell notifications. Can't wait to hear all about your dress adventures, and I'm going to leave you another playlist that I think you're going to appreciate. I'll see you on the next one. Bye, friends!